By the time I'm done setting up here, it's midnight. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Welcome back to Knitix World. And I thought we can do a little unboxing or unbagging, shall we say. This is I want a giveaway. Yay, thank you. And this is from Kim, the Regretful Yarn Addict. Again, thank you very much. And I thought I'm going to start, opening this up, and then maybe I have ideas what I could do with all the different yarn. I keep looking in the wrong. I know the camera is not here. I know the camera is here. I'm trying to tell myself that. But I'm not really talking to the camera. I'm talking to you. That's another thing I need to tell myself. All right, so I do scissors, even though when you're opening up yarn packages, you're not supposed to be using scissors because you could cut the yarn. There's one from the Wool Warehouse in the UK. I order yarn a lot from them, and they will always write on the package, please do not open up the bag with scissors. Kind of appreciate that. All right, so let's see what kind of goodies we have. So the first item is a Yarnology tape measure. Cool. That is really cool. I have like 50 bazillion tape measures, but I never have any. You know what I mean? Whenever I'm always in the wrong room, the wrong location. Let me put this over here. All right. So, tape measure. Thank you. Next we have looks backwards, but it's shawl in a ball. Ooh, this is kind of nice. It's glittery. Can you see the glitter? So I might even make. There is a free pattern on here. I might even make this pattern. And I guess I'll keep you updated. Yeah, that's kind of cool. That's cool. I like the colors. Very nice. Thank you. The next item is a toolkit. Oh yeah, it has stitch markers. Nice. And then it has clips, I guess, for like fabric clips. And then it has these measuring thingies where you can measure the needle size. Very nice. Very, very good. Oh, and it has a needle. I was just going to say I have to buy one. A larger one because I always work with the same one for years and years. Of course, now I can't find it when I tried to show you for years and years, the same one. Also, I don't work with stitch markers. This is what I use for stitch markers. Lazy. The poor man's version of stitch markers. But now I have stitch markers. Cool. Oh, she even put in a card. Let's see. It says, thank you, Cecile. Oh, now I have congratulations. Thank you for watching and subscribing, Kim. And then here's the card. Very cool. Very, very cool. So there are a bunch of stickers. Make yourself proud. The glare. The glare. When nothing goes right, go left. I hope you can read it. I guess I'm like filming it. There's a skull for like kind of like Dios de los Muertes or whatever that's called, and a little baby yak, I guess, bull. Very cool. Oh, I always wanted to make one of those. Little gummy bear. I am not lost. And then she also included this little, it says, I am not lost. I am just alone. If I made you smile, please take me home. I guess you can set that out somewhere and then, you know, make people happy. Further, it says, this little crochet gift, especially for you, it carries happy thoughts. In case you're feeling blue, sometimes life is hard, but burdens we can share with random acts of kindness to show someone cares. Please share a photo on Facebook, random acts of crochet, kindness, and more. Crochet, kindness, and more. Very nice. I love the color too. I have like a green tick. I love, especially neon. Oh, and then another one, the pink one. Very nice. So I'll definitely do that. I will. I make pretty things. Guess what? I can use that right away because, let me take this out. I have my iced tea with me. Oh, guess what? It's not. It doesn't fit. It doesn't fit. I wonder. Maybe for a can. Yeah, it definitely does not fit this. All right. I am kind of parched. What is it? Peach with honey. All right, so now next we have a little pouch. Be gentle with yourself. It's perfect size. It's like a project pouch for a smaller to mid-sized project. I'm working right now on a larger project, so that will not fit, but definitely thank you. So far, everything's super helpful. Things that it's like things that I would always like, and I might even buy and give it to other people, but I just don't buy anything for myself, so this is perfect now. More yarn. Urban chic. So, what could I make with this? Oh no, oh no, oh no. It already got caught on my nail. I have a hanging nail. I already don't have any nails, but of course it has to get caught. I didn't mean like putting up the finger, middle finger. That's not what I meant. Sorry about that. Yeah, I have to think about that. It's kind of thin, so there's certain hats I make. It does have 22% cotton. So 78% acrylic, 22% cotton. So I guess it's more like a summer thing. I have to think about. Maybe I make one of those like fishnet. But I usually use thicker yarn for that. But yeah, I have to think about that. Right now I don't know. Oh, there's another one. So I have two skeins of these. So maybe I double it. I pull a strand out of each one and then to make it thicker. And then maybe I make something like that out of it. I don't know yet. Oh, there's another one, a third one. So I have 3 of these. And then I have 2 of these. Another very nice color combination. Rainbow. So that's by Red Heart Unforgettable. And also, it does come with a free pattern again. Like, you need 1 ball. I don't know if you can see it here. See it here? Yeah. There we go. And this is Coats and Clark. I'm trying to find what's the material. It's made in Turkey. It's machine wash and dry. Where is the, I'm blind. I can't see the material. All right, it does feel like it has a little bit of wool in it. I've had that kind of yarn before, so usually it has some sort of wool in it. It's a blend. I don't see it. But I'm like always, oh, it's 100% acrylic, so I guess I was fooled. And we're getting there. Ooh, these colors are truly loved. Look at that. So it is ice. I have visited their website before too. It's also, that is made in Turkey. What is it? Light. It's called Magic Light, and also it is 100% acrylic. So I don't know yet, again, what I'm going to be doing with it. I have to think about it. Yeah, so that was fairly quick. I thought it was going to take longer, right? I am like all cuddled up. We've had like, how's the weather where you are? I mean, we've had nonstop rain for the past 3 days. Which I don't mind. I'm happy about it because that means I haven't really set up the sprinkler system. Which is, you know, I don't have to if it keeps raining at least once a week. So yay for me. What else could we talk about? Okay. I'm working on, right now, my husband gave me a skein of this Loops and Threads skinny chenille, and I have not worked with that before, so I started off trying to make a like a lovey for a baby, and then I didn't kind of like the way it turned out. I don't know, so I reopened it up, and now I'm just going to make a simple blanket, and it might be a little bit too big. So I might convert it into a baby blanket rather than, you know, having to get 4 more skeins of this. I'll just keep going, and then I'll turn it like this. I make it a little bit wider, and then I just make it a baby blanket. Either that, or I keep going and make an adult blanket. But my ADHD, you know, I like to start a project and be done with it quick. I don't like, yeah, I used to make lots of sweaters, men's sweaters, but it's just huge. I just like to, you know, work it and be done with it and start something new. I like that process. So it's just a very basic, they call it an extended, these are just extended single crochets. And I do like the feel and how it works up. And also, I love the color combination with that blue and the green. It is very, it's very summery. It's just like a very summery color train. Yeah, then, of course, I went to, maybe I start crocheting and then I'll tell you the story. So I ended up going to a market, the first one since November last year. I went to, it was like a toy fest. And I figured, great, because I started making these plushies, which I will show maybe in another video. But, you know, I already showed you enough with the unbagging, so I don't want to bore you with more stuff. Yeah, so I went and already made a mistake. Maybe I can't, this is a new for me. Maybe I can't crochet and talk. That might be what we find out. I'm always by myself when I crochet, and sometimes I watch TV and sometimes I don't. Yeah, so I had signed up for the market, and the great thing about it was that it was 0 fees. It was maybe about 20 minutes from my house by car. And at first I was going to bring the tent and everything, but I watched the forecast, and in the forecast they were forecasting 30 to 40 miles an hour wind gusts. And I'm like, even though I do have the tent weights, I was like, I don't know. I don't want to be, nervous. And so I left the tent at home. I only brought one table, and I knew I had, I don't know, all of a sudden feel like I have to cough and stuff. I had, now I lost my train of thought. I'll cut it out. Don't worry. Yeah, I brought one table, and because it's a toy fest, it's an antique store that they're on like the main drag. I'm in South Jersey. So they're on one of the main drags to go down to the shore, and it was Memorial Day weekend. This is the 4th year they're doing this. They're always having a toy fest in the spring, basically Memorial Day weekend, and then another one in the fall on a Labor Day weekend, kind of maybe probably a week before that, like in August, end of August. And so what is it? Why can't I focus? Yes. So I also I have a bunch of, for my reselling business, I have a bunch of these like little McDonald's toys, loose toys, a whole bunch of like mini toys, like cars, all sorts of loose stuff. So I'm like, let me take that, and then the other half, let me try the amigurumi. I've never sold them before, because when I go to markets, what I sell is like men's hats, maybe scarves, women's scarves and stuff, but usually it's hats. But I do specialize in men's. And it's spring. Obviously, I'm not going to be bringing a heavy-duty balaclavas and wool hats. So I set up. I got there kind of late, but I knew it would take me like 5 minutes to set up. The people next to me were actually telling me that they went to a market a week prior, and they lost their tent. It was so windy that the tent was completely gone, broken. They had to purchase a new one, and they decided to not come with the tent this time. And let me tell you, it was extremely windy. It was extremely cold. Thank God I was wearing, I came with I didn't bring a blanket. I should have, but thank God I was wearing a sweater. And the market lasted from 10 a.m. through 3 p.m. And you know what? The most valuable lesson I learned, and who would have ever known that? Do you know who shops for toys these days? Middle-aged men. Yep, middle-aged men. I would say that was like 80% of the clientele there. That was very interesting. Who would have thought? I did, actually, my first sale was a little toy car. I was very surprised that I made any sales, because some people were there and they had great stuff, and mine was okay. I mean, the crochet stuff was great. So I didn't really get much interest in the medium. I have not made any really large amigurumi. I just have some medium-sized stuff, and then small, and then micro, what I call micro amigurumi. But then this one girl came by with her family, and she loved it. And she bought one, and then they left. And then maybe 20 minutes later, she comes running back. She had exactly the exact amount of change. And she bought another one. And then, because my friend actually came by, and that was great. Because I had overslept, so I kind of left in a hurry. And my goal was, Dunkin' Donuts now, they have that $6.99 breakfast deal. And I was like, excellent, I want to try out that breakfast deal. And but I didn't have time to go and buy it and try it out. But then my friend shows up and she brought me exactly. I didn't communicate to her anything, nothing. I knew I had called her because I had left one of the toys with the mini toy bag. I had left that at the house, so I had asked, and she told me that she was going to come by anyhow. So I called her because she lives really nearby, just like down the street. If she could run by my house and pick up that bag for me. And so I knew she was coming, but I had no idea. So she brought me that breakfast. It was like perfect because I didn't bring any food, nothing. I did have, I think I had an iced tea with me, but that was the only thing. So I was like, I'm going to starve till they had food. They had food vendors in the back. But I was, once my friend left, I couldn't really run back there. I didn't want to ask other people to watch my booth. So that was just so perfect. I thought that was like great. Personally, I found I'm not going to say anything because, a gift you're not going to criticize, but I'm not criticizing my friend, but she herself, we were not exactly happy with the Dunkin' Donuts because the bagel was really dry. I was like, what is this a way for you guys to use up your old, the bagels from the day before that you hadn't sold? Now you're turning them into breakfast sandwiches. I don't know. It was kind of dry, but other than that, it was fine. Obviously, I lived to tell the story, so I didn't get food poisoning. Anyhow, yes. So then my friend left, and things were moving along. I didn't really make a lot of money. I'll tell you later. Then another family came, and again, the little girl, she was really, I love it. And the parents like, no, we just got here because they gave me a spot right in front of the store, like literally like front and center. We had right in front of the store. She gave me a spot. And they had vendors on the side of the building and then behind the building. It was very nice. I mean, it was definitely worth going there in case you're ever in the area. I'll put a link to the toy store in the description if I remember. So this girl really wanted something, but her parents, they did the reasonable thing. No, there are more vendors in the back. Let's go and check it out. So they came kind of late, maybe at 2:30ish. So they disappeared, and around 3:00 since it ended, I wrapped up and started to leave. And then the family came back, and they're like, "Oh my, where's the crochet vendor? Our daughter has been, haunting us down all day. She kept complaining that she wanted to buy they're like the little octopus, whatever, mini octos. Those were a huge hit. And the mini chickens. So they came back and bought one a mini chicken and a mini. Well, I call them macros. No, not macros. Micro, because they're like even smaller than mini. They were like this big. One of the octopus I made is like this big. Or this small. So, yeah. I mean, it was definitely not worth. But, I mostly did it to see what would sell and what people are interested. Because, as I said, I never sold amigurumi before. Only from the videos that I watch. And I sold a total of 4 octos and 1 chicken. So that was good. And then I sold a few more of these individual toys. But overall, maybe I made $20. Definitely really not worth it. So don't plan on making a career out of it. But it was fun. It was a gorgeous day, nice, windy, as I said. My friend was there, had good company, good talks. It was awesome. I had a really good time. And so that was my little market story. Then I, wrapped it up, went home. And now I'm thinking, actually, I might do a whatnot auction. So with what I crocheted, because I don't know, I'm debating, should I list it on eBay? I don't really do Etsy anymore, only for patterns, because Etsy is, I don't know, the algorithm can't find my stuff. They ignore me. I could do another rant one of these days about Etsy. It's just the disappointment of the century to me. The worst part on that of Etsy is also, let's say if me as a buyer, I don't even go on there anymore either, because when I do a search, nothing comes up. Everything that comes up is junk. It's like, it's not what I'm looking for. By the way, the only way, let's say if you do a regular search, then only the promoted stuff comes up. Like, usually has nothing to do with what you're looking for. And then when you click on search by, let's say, highest to lowest or lowest to highest, then the stuff comes up that you're looking for. But I notice less and less people are actually selling on there, because I think more people are selling on there, but I'm saying less and less people who make truly handmade stuff are selling on there, unfortunately. Like me, I keep a small presence, I have to say, because I was selling so much on there for a long time, that for former clients, if they want to find me again and want to order something, which happened last year, then they can find me, but I don't know. Yeah, so I'm definitely, if I set up a Whatnot auction, I will actually put a link to that auction in the description. Maybe I make also another video just to show a little bit what is going to be in the auction. And not to worry, I'm not going to be starting at $1, because I have a zero following, really. So I wouldn't get enough people in there. So I just not in a position of giving the things away for free. What is this? I don't have a cold. Maybe I have some allergic reaction. Now I'm losing my voice. That is bizarro. Anyhow. So, yeah. I'm actually, you know what? I'm supposed to cook dinner. And I'm dreading it. So now I'm making videos. So I don't have to cook dinner. Well, I started it in the crock pot. I'm making a tomato sauce, so it's going to be spaghetti. And the sauce is pretty much done. I just have to, cook the spaghetti. And then also I'm making chicken skewers. Well, I didn't make them. I picked them up at Aldi. Ha ha ha. So what I'm saying with making them, I have to cook them. So I'm going to throw them in a pan. And then I'm making a lazy housewife salad, which I picked it up at Target. Have you ever tried Target has two salads that are really phenomenal. They're like $3.50. One is the Caesar salad is absolutely phenomenal. The dressing and everything. And the other one, that's like the secret tip. I shouldn't even tell you, because it's already half of the time. Every time I want to buy it, it's always sold out. It's the Nashville salad. If you like slightly spicy stuff, they have crumbled fried pickles you can put on top, and then the dressing is slightly spicy, like almost like with a Louisiana sauce or something. Well, obviously Nashville, Tennessee, but it is so good. It's so good, honestly. Even my husband and my oldest son don't even like spicy food. We're like fighting over that salad. One is almost not enough. So I'm going to make that lazy salad. And then for myself, I'll just probably, in addition to the plain spaghetti, I make fish sticks. I'm a sucker for fish sticks. Because when I grew up, honestly, we didn't really have chicken nuggets. Our chicken nuggets were the fish sticks. Let me know if that was the case for you too. Yeah, fish sticks were our chicken nuggets. Yeah, so I'm going to make that. And TV-wise, I finished because of the Memorial Day weekend. If you have ever watched The Pacific, it's kind of like Band of Brothers, but it plays in the Pacific. And it's brutal. It's brutal. I've seen it now the second time. I like it. It's very informative, because I think most people only are aware of the Second World War through the German theater over there, and not too many people really understand the Asian part, like with Japan. So it definitely gives you a good insight. I mean, it was brutal. And now I'm also watching Band of Brothers again. I usually don't watch movies twice, so for me to watch a whole series or whatever multiple times, more than once, that means it's good. I'm sure you've all seen Band of Brothers. I mean, who hasn't? Everybody has seen that. Yeah, I'm a little bit of history buff, so history pieces and stuff. I love that. All right, I guess the weekend is near, so we have a bunch of things planned for tomorrow. My son has tryout for basketball, for summer basketball. Then I have to go to Lidl, and then the next thing, what is the next thing? Oh yeah, and we have a baby shower in the afternoon. And I guess nowadays baby showers is for everybody. That's the new development, I guess. Now I don't know. I'm so behind. Let me know if if you can clue me in about baby shower etiquette. But when I had baby showers, or I used to organize baby showers, it was mostly for the girls, the girlfriends and stuff. But now it's apparently the whole family, everybody's invited. It's more like a baby party, which is fine. It's just, things change, apparently. And that's why usually on Fridays we have pizza. And, but because, party tomorrow, I'm thinking, man, they might have pizza, maybe. And I don't want to, I love pizza. I could truly eat it every day, but obviously that's not good for you. So I don't want to get over pizzaed. And so that's why I'm making spaghetti. And now I'm kind of definitely out of topic, and I don't want to bore you anymore. All right. So I'm going to continue, hopefully making some progress on this. What do you think? Should I turn this into a baby blanket? Like make it like a lengthwise type of deal, and then obviously I'm going to do another double round around it. I think I'm going to turn it into a baby blanket. I don't think I can do this, with this thin yarn for, I don't know. I'll probably make one for my mother, but then I use that chenille yarn from the Dollar Tree, because I can make huge blanket fairly quickly with that. I don't know. Things to do. There's just too much to do every day. So, okay. All right. I hope you have a great weekend, and I talk to you soon. Bye.